hey, this isn't the game that I thought I was going to be playing or recording. It's not Star Wars Battlefront 2 2017 EA meme. Yes, it's Oxygen Not Included, which is an early access indie game on Steam that just released with the automation update, or upgrade as it's called. And I've put 60 hours into the game so far and really enjoy it. And it's made by the same people who made Don't Starve, so it's pretty high quality. And I'm going to be playing this for a little while, see how it goes, see how people like it, see how I like it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm just going to start a new game. Debug. Can I turn it off? Oh. So very cold. I didn't know there were different world like presets now. That's interesting. I think I'm just gonna keep everything regular. Recently I've been playing with like making it easier, making the immune system strong and the duplicant mood optimistic. And then in a testing world, I completely like got rid of the stress response and whatever. But in this one, I'm just gonna do regular old, big old, and hope I get an okay world. Oh yeah. So this is a game about a bunch of little guys running around and building a base and managing resources and the survival of your bunch of little dudes running around, pretty much. And I am going to spend some time picking out my 3 starting characters, and when I've done that, I'll come back and show you what I've got. So I'll see you in a second. Hey, so I think that was a dumb sounding hello. I've got my 3 guys picked out. Bingo, Bango, and Bongo, technically 2 guys and a girl, as far as the genders for the duplicants go. And I've gone with someone who's good at mining and also has a little bit of learning and strength, which is going to be helpful for when they're digging up a bunch of stuff. Somebody who's also like I like to prioritize having a good learning skill at least, because except through research, which is still pretty limited and doesn't like level up the learning skill that much, you can't actually improve the learning skill, and that's just a base improvement to how fast these guys learn every other sort of ability in the game. So it's good to have that be, you know, at least a little bit above stock. But anyways, this guy is going to be the cook because he has an affinity for cooking already, and he can learn it even faster. And then this guy is sort of a wild card. He runs fast and he also learns really well, but he's not especially great at anything useful. So I might try to make this guy good at construction and maybe creativity as well, make him my decorator, though of course that'll take a long time to level up, and maybe I'll just be better off getting a guy later on who's naturally good at creativity. But anyways, that's enough rambling for me. We should start, and good, we didn't immediately fail. Sometimes you can spawn and your guys will just be trapped underground. I don't know if that still happens, but I've seen it before and it's pretty bad. It's just instant loss. Right. So let's get some digging sorted out here. What does the world look like? I have water down there, water above me. Lots of ore over there. And I can't really see much else yet. So let's just get started digging, I guess. Gonna want all that for sure. Just go way out there, why not? And expose this area too, why not? And I need to make some basic storage and some bathrooms for the lads. Oh, they have a smelly smell thing now. So, okay, I should preface whatever's going on here with, I guess I can leave it running. I haven't really played much of the oil update, which is the update prior to this now automation update. So I'm going to be sort of lost on all the new features, which I think is a compelling reason to do a little series on it here so that I can learn alongside anyone watching. Okay, so we've got a decent amount of algae around. It seems like our starting area... Oh, you know what? So, I forgot. This isn't completely stock. Oxygen not included. I do have a mod installed, and I actually did... I think, unless it doesn't work for this update, maybe this is how big the starting area is now, but I did have a thing that made the starting area about twice as large as it was. Maybe that's not applied here right now, though, and maybe we're okay. Right, so I need toilets so that they don't shit all over the floor. And it's usually a good idea to make those go downtown, so I'm going to already start to figure out how I'm going to do my base here. And I want to leave 3 spaces on both sides for... In the future, I'm going to have power transformers there. And then a ladder is going to go down here. And my bathroom I'll just put right here for now. I guess outside the... One deeper. Outside the little rooms I'm going to be making here. So a good thing that I've sort of realized in this game is it's a good idea to have power and plumbing channels running through the base in between the floors so that you can make all the messy, disorganized shit you want that's not running through your normal base so that the decor stays high and your guys are happy with the look of the place. I hope they don't shit themselves quickly here. And let's put a outhouse down here. Put it that far out. Make 2 of them just in case. And do we have sinks yet? Or, not sinks. Would it be under medicine? Yeah, wash basins. We want 2 of those. Prioritize this, my dudes. Please. Oh, he's running away because they discovered someone somewhere. A hatch. Don't know where. Is he sitting there? Oh, he's up here, I think. Right? I don't know. I'm just going based off what my ears are saying hello to me with. Prioritize these, actually, more than anything. Because you guys are going to need to go to the bathroom pretty quick. Oh, and they're sleeping. And there's no oxygen here. Alright, so that's... This is a good start. It's just gonna suffocate in the complete lack of atmosphere there. Let's see. Let's get the rest of this layout figured out here. Right, actually I'm gonna need to space it slightly wider even. Let's cancel these. Because the door, it can't sit on top of the doors. And there needs to be a door there and there. So I need to actually make this one tile wider than I have been. Just to accommodate for that. It's gonna look kind of ugly. I wish there was like a 1 wide door airlock. And deconstruct these. And they're getting food poisoning already. That's a good start. I don't know what they're eating out here, but you know, whatever. Okay, they already did. And then put a thing here. Ladder going up here. Should really make beds for them as well. I'll just do that west of here for now. That would be under furniture, cots. I don't need to keep pausing the game as religiously as I have been. It's not a bad idea though. Cancel that as well actually. Make a door there instead. I need to remember to not screw that up every time I do it. Pneumatic door there and there. That's 4 high. And pneumatic door there, and G for dig, and get all that. And prioritize these, make those a 7. Want them to be able to sleep in a proper bed. Oh yeah, and I need to replace the wash basin so they don't get the entire base infected with food poisoning germs. Make those a 6. Priority. Right, so I guess I really haven't explained yet. The main goal of this game, as the name might imply, some of you might have already gathered, is generate oxygen and keep your guys alive and avoid all the hazards that come along with continuing to generate your own oxygen, which includes eventual heat death and running into hazards and germs and stuff which are visible on this menu. So whenever I venture west here, all these germs are going to start becoming a problem. And you can see there's some food poisoning yellow germs on the toilets here. These need to be set to go left, and I need to give them access to water. So let's just do this for now. They don't need to make that a thing. I'm gonna do that. And then I am going to... Yeah, I guess just place a tile there. Until I get to this section right here. And then do a pump right there. Should be good enough. And these need to be dug up. Prioritize that and all this, because they need to get access to water. And I also need to start thinking about... actually, this naturally spawned oxalate, which despawns over time. It slowly loses its mass. As you can see, the grams counting down there. Actually, this one's going to disappear in seconds. And gone. These generate oxygen for the start of the game, so that we don't have to do it ourselves right away, at least. Okay, so we do have a couple hatches to worry about eating up all our resources, but I think for the most part we're going to be okay. It feels like these guys are more common now than they used to be, or at least I don't know. Maybe they only start in the spawning, or they only spawn in the starting area, and that's why I'm seeing so many of them now. This guy, actually, there was coal over here that we mined, wasn't there? I do not want them eating up that. Can I double click? No. Okay. I want them to get that copper before it's too late, my dudes. So actually, let's just make this one... Let's turn off all, make this one only copper ore. And change the priority to 8, so they sweep up all the copper, so it stops getting eaten by those guys, because copper is sort of valuable to me right now. I can't actually reach those, I don't need to worry about that order. How are you guys idle? I told you to do stuff. Sweep up the copper. What's the sweep button? K? Yes. Don't be idle, do stuff. Okay, they have access to water now, that's good. Oh, you know why they're idle? Because they are completely trapped up here, and they have no oxygen. That's... it's not such a good thing. Make that priority 9. Gotta dig that out. It's all the stupid sand that collapsed in this spot. This game, man. There we go. And I'll definitely need more storage than that. In fact, I'll probably start the storage just across from there. Yeah, I'll make the... Well, this water is going to be a problem eventually, but I'll try to make the bedrooms here. What's the temperature like? This area is getting hot up here. It's all hot over here. So yeah, having the storage over here isn't really a big issue. I just want to keep the living quarters as cool as possible for as long as possible. Yeah, these are already too hot to grow properly. Actually, was their temperature range changed? Oh, only to 23 Celsius, huh? Oh, that's a bristle blossom, not a mealwood, that's why. That's the same as it was, I think. Alright, so that thing did a flashy... I should show that better. Look, oh boy, every once in a while it does this. It's all flashy washy. Look at it. You click on it, you click choose a duplicate, and then wow, every once in a while, I think it's 3 cycles, you get to choose a new guy, or you get to reject them all. And I try my best, at least in the early game, not to... Well, first of all, not to take on anyone at all, because my resources can't support them. The output of my base can't support a 4th member yet. And also, I try to avoid these stress responses down here for each of these guys. I try to avoid anything that's not a vomiter or a ugly crier, so I think that would be destructive, binge eater, and... actually... That might be it. I think there's only the 4, unless I'm missing a really obvious one. Anyway, yeah, I don't like these stress responses, because just in case, you know, terrible situation happens and they get to 100% stress, I do not want them running around destroying all my machines that are nearby to that person, and I don't want them infinitely eating all my probably limited at that point food reserves. So I find it best just to go with the vomiters and the ugly criers, and their mess is easy enough to deal with, as long as the vomiters are not vomiting over a pool of clean water. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. But anyways, none of these guys are particularly impressive anyway, so I'll just reject all of them. Sometimes if one's impressive but I can't support them at the moment, I will hold on to them and just let that thing keep idling there. It won't charge up and get me a new guy in 3 cycles, but sometimes it's worth holding on, just waiting for a new guy to... or for the ability to spawn that guy in, because he'll be pretty good for me. Oxygen's doing fine, temperature's fine, these guys are all idle, they have nothing to do. Right, I wanted to start making storage. What's the layout I like to do? I think 5 at a time, yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't do that because that plant's in the way. I wish plants could be like deleted like that. Would be kind of nice. Alright, and I need to start worrying about power and my own oxygen generation and research. I should get research started. Oxygen's okay for now, but research is really important. This needs to be changed to a door. Oop, and that needs to be deleted as well. Okay, and then dig out this room. Set these to all. They're going to sleep, that's fine. And I need to think about where I'm going to put my farms too for easy access. Slime biome down there. I think... Oh no, this isn't slime, but this is all kind of hot here. I don't think I've ever had a start where cold biome was actually in sight, except in the earlier versions of the game that I didn't play all that much of, honestly. I think I started in the agricultural update, which was the one... It was 2 updates before the oil update. The one between those was the outbreak, or the one that added all the germs anyway, whatever that was called. Okay, so now whenever they have nothing else to do, they'll automatically put stuff in all these extra storage units I have. Not that that was desperately needed just then. I'll do just that much for now. And that can't actually be dug out yet. And I'm not going to worry about making this room yet because of this water being here. This is probably going to stay filled in like this for quite a long time. I could get rid of this stuff at least, just to get the algae from it. What did I want to do? Oh, rice. Power. Rice. That's what I said. I just said rice. That was valuable input. Thank you, me. Let's do 2 of those and 4 of those for now. And the station, research station, space that out by 1, I suppose. Place more tile here, dig this out. And for now, I will place oxygen, algae things in here because this has a... It doesn't have a solid ceiling because of this door here. The gas and liquid can pass freely through these doors. That's why I'm not using airlocks, I'm just using these. But I think these still separate regions, different... I think these still separate different rooms. Actually, I might be able to see that. What's the room overlay button? This one, yeah. F11. Holy crap, we're using all the hotkeys now. Oh, I just took a Steam screenshot. I wonder if we'll get another overlay soon that lets us use F12, and then we'll have to rebind our screenshot thing, lest we keep making screenshots every time we want to use that 12th overlay up here in the top right. Anyway, yeah, so these doors do separate the different rooms, and that's important for if you're doing this setup where you have power and piping and all the ugly things in the universe running through these in between rooms. You don't want the negative decor effects bleeding in through like an open door or something into these other rooms. So that's just why I have these doors here rather than no door at all and just a ladder going up here. Good stuff. Have to hook all these up, run the wire through the floor for a lesser decor impact, and these algae, what are they called? Deoxidizers, are in a temporary location. They're not going to be here forever, probably. Actually, definitely. I have them there for now again, because so the oxygen can flow freely through here. This room might be a little low on oxygen until I get the tiles that the gas can pass through, because all these tiles are completely solid. Gas can't pass through them currently. I should sort my stuff so I can see what I have a little bit better. Sure, consumable ore, liquid, organic, yeah. Not worried about the soil, and not worried about edible right now. Probably raw mineral as well. Everything else, though, I don't need to toggle on. Right, okay. Built the research station. Looks like they actually did charge the batteries up all the way, though these are the less efficient ones. Oh, you know why they're actually pumping down that quickly? Is because these are actually running. That's fine. I'm not too worried about that. We needed the oxygen saturation anyways. But, what was I going to say? Something... Oh, yes. So we built this research station. I've actually got to tell them to research something. And I'm going to go to this jobs tab in the top right here and look at the research column here and see who's the best at it. So these guys are tied. What's this guy good at? Cooking 4, athletics 6. This guy's going to be running around a lot, so he'll be better at it. And that benefits from athletics. So I will let the non-athletic guy, the guy who can't run quite as fast, I'll let just Bango... Just Bango will worry about the research for me. And then these other two and anyone else who I add on won't be able to do it, and just this guy will benefit from the research learning skill increase. Right, so first thing I want to research is probably basic farming, because we're going to want compost to deal with the waste created by our outhouses, and we're going to want to start growing our own food. So I just select that, close this, and let Big Boy get to work. I guess I have to prioritize this higher. I'll make that a 7, and I'll make these 6s actually, so that when the batteries run low, these are prioritized higher than general tasks, so that the batteries get filled back up to their full potential. Or capacity, I guess, is a more appropriate word for it. Let's expand this, keep the base going. We can go this direction at least up here. And I do need to fill that with tiles. Actually, I can dig those out. Yeah, sure. Oh, I just realized that's one level or one layer too high. Cancel that. Whatever. Just put a deconstruct that. Put a door there whenever you can. Not that it matters right now, really. Just something to do. Oxygen's doing great for now. How much LJ do we have? Top right here somewhere. Right here. We have 2.6 tons of it. Metric tons. And these guys should wash their hands when they're done using the bathroom. Yep. So that helps prevent the spread of... Yeah, there's the overlay. The spread of food poisoning germs, though a little bit has gotten to our storage compactors here. The germs do slowly die in clean, fresh oxygen, but it is a long process. Okay, so research just finished, and we now have stuff. I don't remember what we researched. We researched farming, that's what it was. Where do I want to put my compost? I guess probably just right beside the things here, why not? That's under refinement, the only thing we have there right now, and let's just space that 3 away for now, why not? In case we want to add a third washroom here. Actually, if I'm going that route, you should really have a wash station, whatever tier it is, for every washroom you have, so I will leave enough space for adding another washroom and another basin, not just a washroom, so that'd be 5 tiles away. 3, 4, 5, right there, and that is gonna have some temperature stuff going on there, but it shouldn't be too bad. And I think that's probably where we'll cap off the room, just to not let too much of that heat bleed through, assuming that's sort of what it does. I don't know, this is sort of just ambient temperature for this area, I think. It's not, it's naturally hot, but I don't think there's actually a real heat source in here. Where am I thinking about making this farm? Probably down here. Probably best. There is access to a little bit of water right here too, so that's probably my best bet. Might do a double floor, 1 floor here, 1 floor there. Oh yeah, and I have to select a new research task. I should have that constantly going whenever possible. And I will want to make my farm with farm tiles. Oh yes, that's right though, I need the 2nd tier research station for that. So I need to do this one first in order to be able to do anything more advanced. So I'll let, who is it that does it? Bango. I'll let Bango the scientist do that. And these guys will just keep chipping away at the other little tasks I've assigned them. Things are going pretty well so far. Heat isn't an issue. Food is important, but we're still doing good for food. But I panicked there for half a second because I realized I hadn't actually looked at this food number in the top left here once since I started this world, so it's probably good to keep track of. But with that night, the 5th cycle, I think it's a good time to call this an episode. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hope you enjoy the game. Tell me what you think of this as a series, and yeah, I'm having fun so far. I put 60 hours into it in a couple of weeks. I love this game, so yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.